Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, At Home with Willowberry. Or if you're new, welcome. But where have you been? I'm so happy to see you here. My name is Valerie, and in today's video, I'm making dinner here in my 1975 double-wide fixer-upper. We're having smothered pork chops and roasted Parmesan Crusted Red Potatoes. It's a cold, wet, and rainy day here in the mountains, but it's warm and cozy inside my mobile home. So if you're interested, then I hope you'll stick around and enjoy the video. How are you all doing today? I hope you're all doing great. I pray that if you live here in America and were affected by Hurricane Helene, that you're safe and sound. We got a ton of rain and lost power for about an hour, so I would say we got off pretty easy compared to some who lost power for hours. I got a late start on making dinner due to the power outage, but we're cooking now. I'm cutting up little red potatoes into quarters in order to make Parmesan Crusted Red Potatoes to go with our dinner tonight. Once they are all cut up, I'll be drizzling them with olive oil, seasoning them with salt and pepper, and then I'll add minced garlic and Parmesan cheese, which will all be tossed together with the potatoes. They will roast in a 400-degree oven until they are crispy and golden brown. The potatoes are all cut up, so now it's time to dress them up. We really enjoy oven-roasted potatoes, especially when they're crispy like French fries, which is how I'll be cooking them tonight. Once the potatoes are all prepped, then I'll get the pork chops ready. I'm going to be making smothered pork chops with a bacon and onion gravy, which I've never had before, so I'm very excited to try them out. After I rinse off the pork chops, then I'll be seasoning them with salt, pepper, garlic, and onion powder. I'm loosely following a recipe that I found on the reciperebel.com, which I'll link down in the description box just in case you want to give these pork chops a try. I love trying out new recipes. It gets boring cooking the same meals over and over. When I Google for a recipe to try, I usually start by knowing what meat I want to cook. For instance, tonight I knew I wanted to make pork chops, so I Googled an easy pork chop recipe and searched until I found one that looked delicious. I always look to see how many stars a recipe has and how many people reviewed the recipe. I usually only try out the 5-star recipes. I chose this recipe tonight because it sounds very delicious with its bacon and onion gravy. I've never had that before, so that's what sold me on the recipe tonight. Well, y'all, I guess I spoke too soon earlier. I'm editing this video the morning after the storm came through. We lost power for an hour during the storm, but now it's the next morning and it's bright and sunny outside, but for some reason we've lost power again. I'm guessing a tree must have fallen on a power line somewhere. That's the only thing I can think of. Anywho, for a veggie side dish, I'm making corn and peas mixed together. Do any of you mix your corn and peas together? Is that even a thing? I always just assumed my mom was the only one who did that. Well, after I get the peas and corn cooking, then I'll chop up some onions and cut up the bacon to make the bacon onion gravy that I'll be smothering the pork chops with. The potatoes are looking good, y'all. I may have started cooking them a tad bit too early, though. It looks like they'll be ready long before the pork chops are done. That happens a lot when I'm cooking. I'm not very good at timing when to cook each dish. Oh well, the potatoes will still be good, just maybe a little cold by the time dinner is ready. Well, all right, it's time to sear the pork chops. I'm going to sear the pork chops in butter and olive oil, just till they are browned on each side. Once the chops are all seared, then it'll be time to make the bacon and onion gravy. Before I seared the pork chops, I dredged them in seasoned flour. I seasoned the flour with salt and pepper and garlic and onion powder. They will sear for 2 to 3 minutes on each side, just until they are browned. Once they are seared, I'll set them aside while I make the bacon and onion gravy. Once the gravy is ready, I'll cover the pork chops with it, and then they'll finish cooking in the gravy. Dinner's coming right along, y'all. I just need to finish searing the second batch of pork chops, and then it'll be time to make the gravy. It's finally time to make the gravy. I sauteed the bacon and onions just till the onions were softened and the bacon was crispy. And now I'm adding flour to the onions and bacon. Once the flour is browned, then I'll add chicken broth and heavy cream. Once the gravy is ready, I'll then smother the pork chops with the gravy and allow the chops to cook to an internal temperature of at least 145 degrees Fahrenheit. This is where I want to be very careful not to overcook the pork chops. I want the pork chops to be nice and tender, not dry. All right, well, let's make some gravy. While the smothered pork chops finish cooking, I'm just going to clean up my mess a bit, and then I want to run outside to catch the sunset. The rain has finally stopped, for now. Oh, and by the way, the power has been turned back on. It was only out for a brief period this morning, thank goodness. Dinner is ready, y'all. It smells amazing. I just hope it tastes as good as it looks and that the pork chops are tender and not dry. I'm excited to try the bacon and onion smothered pork chops, and so are Tim, Granny, and the boys. They are ready to dig in, so let's get this dinner served up. Well, y'all, there's no doubt about it. I'll be making these smothered pork chops again real soon. The pork chops are so tender and delicious, and the bacon onion gravy was out of this world. I'd never had anything like it before. Bacon-flavored gravy, who knew? Well, I mean, you can't go wrong with bacon, now can ya? Well, alright, y'all. I guess that's about it for another video. I sure hope you enjoyed it, 'cause I know I sure did. Well, I hope you all have a great week, and I can't wait to talk to you again real soon. Bye, y'all.